Alright guys, we polished up the ears on the magazine, took out a few burrs. I did notice there was a few burrs on both magazines, and took them out, cleaned them up pretty good, and now we're going to try and put this here gun together. Alright, the first thing you'll do is you take your bolt, and you've got this little half moon shape here, which corresponds with this little half moon groove in the bolt. Get everything turned just right, and pop this down like so. Yeah, that don't look real good, does it? Everything is always more difficult when you're doing it around the camera. Alright, now that makes our hole for the pin to go through, our bolt stop. This is pretty self-explanatory. You got the little groove, and you got the corresponding groove on the barrel, and they just made up. And what you'll do, as I always put something over the top of it and just tap the barrel in. Check our witness marks. Not quite. This is the step where most people will mess up by putting the barrel in a little too far in the grooves. Because if you drive the barrel down too far, your firing pin, your bolt stop pin will never line up. And you just whack on it a little bit. Main thing is you don't want to destroy your crown of your muzzle. Got just a hair more to go. Now that looks pretty good. Take our bolt, and slide it in. And here's the part that fails everybody, or makes this gun such a pain in the keister to put together. And as you can see, I don't have my barrel quite lined up perfectly, so let me do that. Alright guys, we got our barrel back in. Here's another little trick I can show you. If you'll take your bolt pin stop and insert it this way, and then you can take and hold your bolt pin stop. If it's not lined up, it won't go in. And then you can drape your protective cloth over the barrel, take your hammer and tap it until this will line up, because once this is lined up, everything will go together smoothly. Then you can put your bolt in, and I don't know if I'll be able to show it good on this camera or not. But there is a little lever in here. If you'll take that thing and just pull it just off the edge. See, here's the little lever. If you'll pull it off the edge about, I don't know, a couple of centimeters, it'll make everything line right up perfectly. But you put your bolt pin stop in first. And it'll go all the way through to the top. And then if you'll take that little lever, if I can show you, I won't be able to do it on camera, but you can just take that little lever with a little small screwdriver or something and just pull it off the edge just a hair. You know, I don't know, maybe you'll play with it and you'll get the feel of it. See, if you don't have it in right, when you go to pull this down, it's just going to pull your bolt pin stop out. So make sure you have it just so. Might can do it by feel. And see, if you don't have it just right, it will not close. But I do find that if you turn the gun upside down and hold the trigger in while you're doing that, it'll kind of line it up a lot. Real easy too, because if you don't have it in properly, when you pull back your bolt, you'll only be able to pull it back that far. But that's got her all back together. Everything seems to be working. I don't know if I can show you. Let me grab a flashlight. If you can see down in there, I don't know if I can zoom it in good enough to show you. I did polish the feed ramp a little bit, and when we took the bolt apart, I took the ejector out and the all the other little springs and bells and whistles. I don't have a schematic in front of me, so I can't tell you what all the parts are. But I took them all apart, cleaned it, and now we're going to take it out there and shoot it and see if that helped any.